Hello everyone and welcome to Metagame Mastery. It is day 3 of Masters 25 preview season and we have got a ton of value to go over, including some huge impacts into the Pauper format. If you like our content, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Big time! Go time! Let's go! First up, we have Master of the Wild Hunt. It is 4 CMC, 2 colorless green for a 3/3 human shaman. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 2/2 wolf creature token. You can tap and tap all untapped wolves you control. Each wolf tapped this way deals damage equal to its power to target creature. That creature deals damage equal to its power divided as its controller chooses among any number of those wolves. So this is a really interesting card because it creates tokens. If it stays on the board for even one turn cycle, you're paying 4 mana for 5 power and 5 toughness with the option of situational removal. That's a ton of value right there. And it's going for somewhere around $12 right now. So it'll at least make your money back on the pack. Biko Koro, Center of the Sea, Legendary Land. Tap it, add a colorless mana to your mana pool, pay 2 colorless, tap it, each player draws a card. Favorite in EDH. Blue Sun Zenith. This thing's been reprinted to oblivion, but I swear, if you pull it in limited, you're going to love it. It's X, blue, instant. Target player draws X cards, shuffle Blue Sun Zenith into its controller's library. If you're playing blue in a draft of this format, this basically guarantees you're going to get those extra packs. And a classic, Mana War, getting reprinted at Common. It's 3 CMC, 2 colorless, and a blue for a 2/2 creature jellyfish. When Mana War enters the battlefield, return target creature to its owner's hand. We know this is a combo engine in many legacy format or eternal formats, and it's just a straight up value card in limited. If you see this, pick it up. It's very first pickable. And going back to value, we have Summoner's Pact, 0 CMC instant. Search your library for a green creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. At the beginning of your next upkeep, you may pay 2 colorless green. If you don't, you lose the game. Combo players love this card. And since it's hovering about $20, this is great value added to the rare slot. Reefworm. 4 CMC, 3 colorless, and a blue for a 0/1 creature worm. When Reefworm dies, create a 3/3 blue fish creature token with when this creature dies, create a 6/6 blue whale creature token with when this creature dies, create a 9/9 blue kraken creature token. So, what can I say? It dies to 4 Doomblades. Strionic Resonator. 2 CMC artifact, 2 colorless, tap it, copy target triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Such an incredible combo piece. Love this for Commander. It's great to see more copies. And there he is, the big bad himself, Nicol Bolas. 8 CMC, 2 colorless, blue, black, green, 7/7, legendary Elder Dragon with flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Nicol Bolas unless you play Grixis, which is blue, black, red. Whenever Nicol Bolas deals damage to an opponent, that player discards his or her hand. Ouch! One of the original Elder Dragons, the inspiration for the entire format of Commander, the big bad of this entire year in the lore. This guy is awesome. And not only are we getting the From the Vaults alternate art, which before you had to pay $70 for, you can get this non-foil for cheap, and on top of that, the foils are going to be through the roof value. And look at that watermark. I love the watermarks in this, but the flavor text is even better. Dominaria's most ancient evil. Ooh. And you wanted it, they're giving it. The filter lands are back, people. It's Blighted Nightmare. It's a land card. You can tap it for 1 colorless mana, or you can pay a Golgari. Tap it, add black, green, or green to your mana pool. Super versatile, color fixing for all of your decks, no downside. absolutely fantastic that they brought these back. And when it comes to financial value, this is a $30 rare right now. And then we've got Rugged Prairie. Same thing for Boros colors. Taps for a colorless mana. You can pay Boros, tap it, add red, 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 white, or white, white to your mana pool. This thing's going for about 20 bucks right now. Blooded Grove. Land, tap for a colorless mana, Simic colors, tap it, add green, 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 blue, or blue, blue to your mana pool. Goes for about 20 bucks. Fetid Heath is a land that taps for one colorless mana. You can pay an Orzhov, tap it, add white, 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 black, or black, black to your mana pool. This is at the rare slot, and it's going for about $40 at the time of recording. This is so much value. And lastly, we have Cascade Bluffs. Tap it for one colorless mana, or you can pay Izzet, tap it, add blue, 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 black, blue, red, or red, red to your mana pool. It's going for about $22 at time of recording. And next up, we have a card that's being downshifted from rare to uncommon, Gelareh Master Polymorphous. 4 CMC, 3 colorless and a blue, 2/2 legendary human wizard. You can pay 2 colorless and a blue, tapper, sacrifice another creature, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-legendary creature card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Really good with that fish we were looking at earlier. This thing is absolutely awesome with the right build. And there's definitely going to be some form of reanimation sub-theme in the limited strategy here. This is a way for you to diversify, maybe dig out those big threats in your build if you're going blue-black instead of just mono-black. Frenzied Goblin is awesome, getting downshifted from uncommon to common. Welcome to Pauper. It's 1 red mana for a 1/1 creature goblin berserker. When Frenzied Goblin attacks, you may pay 1 red. If you do, target creature can't block this turn. Also, welcome to Pauper. Hordling Outbursts. 3 CMC, 1 colorless, red, red, sorcery. Create 3 red goblin creature tokens. There's going to be a new goblin deck coming out in Pauper. Just you wait and see. Vesuvian Shapeshifter is 5 CMC, 3 colorless, blue, blue for a 0/0 creature shapeshifter. As Vesuvian Shapeshifter enters the battlefield or is turned face up, you may choose another creature card on the battlefield. If you do, until Vesuvian Shapeshifter is turned face down, it becomes a copy of that creature and gains at the beginning of your upkeep. You may turn this card face down with a morph cost of 1 and a blue. So clone effect that I can trigger at instant speed sounds good. Grenzo Dungeon Warden, X black red, 2/2 legendary goblin rogue. Grenzo Dungeon Warden enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. You can pay 2, put the bottom card of your library into your graveyard. If it's a creature card with power less than or equal to Grenzo's power, put it onto the battlefield, a favorite card in Commander. Merfolk Looter is a classic. It's 2 CMC, 1 colorless and a blue for a 1/1 Merfolk Rogue. Tap it, draw a card, then discard a card. Classic recurring loot. Promise of Bunray is 3 CMC, 2 colorless and white enchantment. When creature you control dies, sacrifice Promise of Bunray. If you do, create 4 1/1 colorless spirit creature tokens. See some fringe play in Commander or in Modern, and has never been reprinted before. So that's a cool choice. Fathom Seer. 2 CMC, 1 colorless and a blue for a 1/3 illusion with morph. Return 2 islands you control to their owner's hand. When Fathom Seer is turned face up, draw 2 cards. So this one's kind of cool because there's a morph sub-theme going on in blue in the limited format. And when you do morph this guy face up, you can effectively get 4 cards added to your hand. Brine Elemental, 6 CMC, 4 colorless, blue, blue for a 5/4 elemental with morph, 5 colorless, blue, blue. When Brine Elemental is turned face up, each opponent skips his or her next untapped step. Brutal. And Invigorate is a classic card. You sees a ton of play in Legacy Infect decks. It's 3 CMC, 2 colorless and a green instant. If you control a forest, rather than pay invigorate's mana cost, you may have an opponent gain 3 life. Target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. Ice and Shade is 6 CMC, 3 colorless, black, black, black for a 5/5 legendary creature Shade Knight with protection from white. This one's really cool because there's Dark Ritual in the format, so being able to cast this on turn 4 ahead of curve is actually very likely and limited. So this one's going to be one to keep an eye out for. And Pauper players have been asking for it. You finally got it. Sentinel is being reprinted. It's 1 green mana for a 2/2 elf warrior. Nettle Sentinel doesn't untap during your untap step. Whenever you cast a green spell, you may untap Nettle Sentinel. Just classic for stompy decks, classic for elf decks. This card does work as either a value 2/2 with pseudo vigilance, or combos off with your elf decks, allowing you to repeatedly tap it over and over again for green mana. It's been going for about $5 on the open market for previous printings, so this is a very welcome reprint. And there he is, folks, one of the greatest commanders of all time, Anvar, Soul of the Elements. Blue, red, green for a 1/1 legendary elemental with protection from white and black. Whenever you cast a creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Anvar, Soul of Elements. Creature spells you control cost 1 colorless less to cast for each +1/+1 counter on Anvar. Oh, this guy is so good. He's one of the top tier commanders, just an absolute combo machine. In fact, he's so good, I will go ahead and do one of our live deck building events in honor of this reprint. Now, right now, if you want to pick up the original Anvar, Soul of the Elements, it's going to cost you about $30, and this card has never been printed in foil before. So keep an eye out on that foil multiplier, because there's going to be a ton of value there. And we're back to Pauper. Ash Behrens is being reprinted as an uncommon, but this card is all over the Pauper scene right now. It's a land that taps for a colorless mana, but it has basic land cycling for 1. This thing has seen such a surge due to a lack of availability that it's a common that's worth somewhere around $8 to $10 a piece. And this is a very welcome reprint. And Pendle Haven with the Judge promo art, no less. This card's been around forever. It's a legendary land, taps for a green mana, or you could tap it, target 1/1 creature, gets a +1/+2 until end of turn. You see this a lot in elf decks. You see this even more in infect decks in both legacy and modern. Classic card. Goes for about $10, so you will at least make your money back off the pack. Well, that's all for today. If you enjoyed our content, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, there's an Amazon affiliate link in the description below so that you can pre-order your Masters 25. Any purchases you make after clicking on that link, a small percentage comes back to support our channel. This has been Metagame Mastery. Peace!